get this out. All right. I'll go ahead and play commercial.
Doesn't matter what the sound is at.
Are you doing a lot of commentary?
Yeah.
Let's get the loud player on.
Death is one.
For this one, we're on. Yeah. Can you grab me that little wire thing on the floor?
This one?
Yeah. Run it all over. We got this fancy thing here. Put it on your shirt anywhere. Alright, so comfortable.
Yeah. That goes probably using commentary. Yeah, I haven't set, so whenever you want to the correct resolution.
Oh, yeah, we got crop.
Yeah, yeah. One second. I lost the choose these over to.
All right. We're still getting set up for Street Fighter Cross Mega with the Dark Man here. While we're going, I'm going to read off some of the challenges that we have coming up soon. For Ardworld Stranger's Wrath, we have the Wolvart Dam Skip. And see here, we're just a few dollars away from that, so we want to donate toward that so we can get that going. Oh, it looks like I just did a thing. We just made that. So we also have the glitched run on Diddy Kong Racing. That's been met. Double Dragon 2, the Ultra Secret donation incentive has been met. Wow, you guys are amazing. We're getting so many things here. The next thing we got here is Soten Richter Any Percent. It happens after a Super Dodgeball. That's at $310 at the moment, and it needs to be reach 500 for a Mecha Richter to do that. Alright, for choices, we have Rosenkritzstalet Froden Stachel. Whether or not you're doing Freuden Stachel or Rosenkritzstalet. Right now, for Froden Stachel, we've got $165.19, and for Rosenkritzstalet, let me refresh that to let you guys know if that's changed any. It has. Okay, Freuden Stachel is now $208.56.
Here, why don't you put this on you,
and
because I'm coughing a lot, so I don't want to.
We also have custom colors for Super House of Dead Ninjas. We have Yay, Hot Pink, and Pepsi Man. Hot Pink is in the lead at $31.21, and Pepsi Man has $6. Yay has yet to get one yet.
I'm ready. Okay, just give me a countdown.
I'm good. How's the level for me? Sounds pretty good. Doing a quick test.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so my name is the Darkman78. This is Street Fighter X Mega Man, and I will hopefully show you a good one of this.
So this was a fan game that was announced it was kind of picked up during EVO 2012, I believe. A sole developer had made half the game, and I think, did Capcom approach him, or did he approach Capcom? Because they were actually present at the event.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so one of the two actually happened, and there was a conversation, and they ended up kind of picking it up for an official release because Capcom didn't really do anything for Mega Man for his 25th. They figured this was a nice cop-out, so shout-outs to 30,000 people that just heard that. Capcom, hopefully you're listening. Try harder. But still, it's actually a pretty decent game for a fan game. It's an excellent speed game, actually. There's a lot of interesting stuff you can do. But to get right into it, we start with Blanka stage, because Buster strats aren't that, I guess, diminishing compared to a lot of the other stages. You can go through it pretty quickly, and more importantly, killing Blanka gets you the Melon. Is that the official name, the Melon? Okay, the Melon. We'll stick with that. So it's the resident speed weapon of this Mega Man game. Helps you go through a lot of the stages pretty quickly, and is pretty powerful against a lot of the bosses.
Now, Duckfist, when you did Rockman Mice Infinity, it was kind of based on Mega Man 4
Right.
Mega Man, right? What is this Mega Man based on?
It's more original. It is a Mega Man game, but it is Street Fighter cross Mega Man, so it's all about Street Fighter references. All of the bosses are playable characters in Street Fighter games, from what I understand.
This is the 1.0 version of the game. The reason why we use 1.0 is because there are a few spots where there are glitchy tanks. You will see what I mean. They just look totally out of place, and yeah, they're beneficial for them.
So nice kill. There's no damage, right?
But oh yeah, we forgot to explain. As you may have seen, like right next to my health bar, you see a super bar for each boss. So yeah, when that fills up, they can perform a super attack, which you don't see in any other Mega Man.
Yeah, and when Blanca does super attacks, it does slow down the battle a little bit. What determines filling up that super bar?
When he gets hit.
When he gets hit, okay. So it's pretty much inevitable, it looks like. But still, it's a really fast buster kill. He's weak against Dulcine's fire, I believe, by default.
Yeah. Normally, I do go pretty fast in the selecting the boss, but since I can't actually reset the game, and there's no password system in this version, I don't want to make sure I mess up because that's at least 2 to 3 minutes of wasted time, so I just go slow. This game is kind of weird to practice because, again, there's no reset button, there's no password system in version 1, so you kind of just have to like find a place you want to practice and get up to it.
Yeah, and doing RTA attempts, you're already dealing with an auto-scroller shmup stage like 2 minutes in, so.
Yeah.
But still, Rose's stage is kind of neat. There's some interesting Melon stuff all like right off the bat, and of course Rose is weak against Melon.
So yeah, they're calling us all fools here, so whatever.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
So
Use
these
your
are like,
Melonades.
I guess they're tarot cards or something like that.
They're funny purple things, that's what I
There
call
you
them.
go.
Yeah, because one of the tarot cards is a fool.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I still think it's mocking us.
So the platforming section of the stage is much more interesting.
Yes.
This game has potential for a lot of cool speed strats. So back when it came out, this was notorious for having a massive race on speedrunslive.com. There was like 60 people that entered.
So I want to show you the difference between the Buster and the pellets. So you see the Buster, I killed it in one hit. Look at this with pellets. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. So yeah, the damage scales differently for enemies. You know, against bosses, it's not that significant, like it was demonstrated there.
So yeah, that's the watermelon.
Yeah, there's the melon strats. Allows for some nice high jumping. There is no rush coil or rush anything in this game, so that kind of substitutes for that.
How strong is the melon?
Not useful against any enemies except for the bosses that it's strong against. Yeah, these swords are a little bit tricky.
And they do a lot of damage.
Just kind of bounce a couple of times and then go at your horizontal position. So here's a nice trick. So one of the few Mega Man games, or maybe the only one, where you don't need to be on a ladder to scroll horizontally. He just melons up, and as long as he's intersecting the ladder, it allows him to transition like that. And there's a small glitch. If you're off position and you're not touching the ladder, you can actually go off the screen and fall off the edge and die. A little strange.
So here, Rose likes to go and like when she has a teleport move, and she kind of follows you around. So we're gonna abuse that and just let her body us because we're able to kill her really fast this way.
Yet another strat I wasn't aware of when I played this, but
Oh, she's dead.
very close.
And I'm gonna put a melon here because I can.
Alright, let me read a donation off here. We got $20 from Emiliano Garcia. Hey guys, just want to say how awesome this marathon is. Hope a lot of money is raised for Doctors Without Borders. We hope so too. $10 from Justin Marquis. Donating a late fee for waiting till the last minute to submit many paintings for tomorrow's prizes. Hey, I'm an artist. I get to take my time with this stuff. You're the ones who have to run everywhere.
So this weapon's kind of a shield weapon, but it's not very useful in protecting you. It just kind of does damage. And of course it's strong against Rolento and Melon and I don't know, what was that weapon called? The shield.
Soul Satellite.
The Soul Satellite.
I don't even know the names.
This is also kind of an interesting speed stage.
Called Tropical Hazard.
Tropical has. We'll go with Melon.
Yeah, it's the melon.
Soul Satellite's one
Anybody
of,
who says otherwise is not right.
Soul Satellite's one of
Oh, I love this music.
It's Street Fighter 4.
So this is a PC only game, and before anybody asks, the Darkman is playing with a Super Nintendo controller. Good choice. Oh, nice strat. Okay.
Yeah.
I had one like that, but it was much slower.
Yeah.
So when we found out you could use Melon to do all sorts of crazy stuff, Cool Kid came up with all sorts of ridiculous Melon jumps.
Yeah,
and-
Cool Kid did a lot of the early ratting, so shout out to Cool Kid.
Yeah, I stole a lot of his strats.
Also, I want to make a big shout out and thanks to Hexman. So when I came here, for some reason my SNES adapter was not recognized on this PC, so I've been borrowing Hexman for the entire marathon. So just big thanks to him.
Hexmam doing Rosenkreuzstilette coming up next, I believe.
So yeah, the thing about this weakness is it's not the pellets that I can fire here. It's actually the shield itself.
Yeah, the pellets only do regular buster damage against pretty much anything.
So basically, you have to take a lot of damage.
I'd be remiss to say that that weapon that you use is what a melon.
Alright, I'm gonna call serious time for this first part of Urian stage because it's a very timing-based thing. If I get out my timing, I basically know.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of slide jumps, but I mean, you guys just have to time the number of slides that you do, and it is pretty tricky. So, best of luck.
We do have a dollar donation from Jack Meesbert shouting out UA on his Tower Heaven run.
All right, here we go.
Alright, serious time now. Should be good.
Very nice. And still serious time a little bit.
Okay,
There you go.
nice.
It's a nice, clever strat here. By taking damage, you can walk on these spikes and skip these nice falling pillars. A nice little Mega Man style mechanic they introduced. I really enjoy the stage. It's got pretty cool music. It was fun to route and learn, you know.
For sure. I could pump those music every day.
Yeah.
All day.
And we have the fence, I guess, is another nice new mechanic in the game.
Yes.
Is the sliding on platforms versus jumping off them or falling off them mechanic the same as in the rest of the original Mega Man games?
I believe so, yeah. You can... Slide distance seems to be comparable to like Mega Man 4, and you can gain more distance by sliding to the edge and jumping off of the platform, so...
My God, here.
Little low HP, yeah.
Yeah. Because I have to basically get hit.
Yeah. Good luck. Oh, wow. That was
Oh,
close.
that was close.
Yeah. That's... I don't want to die there, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
Some buster strats. Not too hard of a pattern to learn, but yeah, this will slow it down quite a bit. Oh, it refills your weapon energy.
Yes, it does.
Okay,
I
never
forgot-
mind.
I forgot to explain that. So, yeah, when you die, all your weapon energy is refilled.
So using the grenade against Urian like that, it's a little bit glitchy, so you can just kind of get up in his face and spam it, and it does way more damage than it should, like with a normal invulnerability period. So the point-blank grenade spam is definitely the way to go on that boss.
Probably was like 20 or 25 seconds there. Not the worst.
So we have Ryu coming up, some really interesting melon strats throughout the entire stage. Sadly, the Aegis Reflector is not that useful of a weapon. Pretty much just against bosses is where you're going to see it. A couple of small spots throughout the run, though. These melon jumps are pretty interesting.
Hopefully I don't screw it up. Nice.
By the way, I'm sitting here just rocking out to the music right now.
It's a pretty solid soundtrack, I agree.
Intros to all of them sound like they're going to be like Mega Man 2 or 3
Yep.
tracks and then go somewhere else.
Yeah, it's really good music.
The number of 502 donations has increased dramatically.
Well, thank you, 502.
Shout outs to 502.
Absolutely.
So there's a small branching path in that stage. Taking that upper path gets them an extra E tank and is a little easier to go through. And faster, of course.
The funny thing about that is I didn't know the lower platform existed until like maybe a month ago. I was like, what? This exists?
Oh, you just slide jump
Yeah,
across it every time?
I just assumed that was a pit.
I don't remember what it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of silly.
That was a nice damage boost there. Another interesting melon through a vertical screen transition there. And we're coming up to the Ryu fight, which is normally really hard. It's one of the hardest fights, but...
I would, honestly, he can be harder than Vega, and that's saying something.
Yeah. The boss fights in this game are very dynamic. Like, they have a lot of patterns, and they can be very unpredictable. Oh man, he's just sat there invulnerable.
So yeah, I expect to E-tank there most of the time. Sometimes I don't, but it's not a big deal if I E-tank there.
So yeah, Ryu is vulnerable both to using the Aegis Reflector to reflect his Hadokens, but it's really unreliable because he can go for long periods of time not actually Hadokening. But luckily, Melon does the trick too, and that nice little strat of just kind of standing against the wall can manipulate him like that.
Aegis Reflector is technically his weakness, but Watermelon is really his weakness.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, if you don't know about Watermelon, you're kind of screwed for that fight.
We do have $5 from Jesse Tanner. Hey, all, wanted to add another donation for the great work you guys do. Put this toward fighting Neo X Death in Final Fantasy V. Keep it up, and shout outs to Sinister One, Puexo, BJ DeCaesar, Funk Dot, Trihex, and Feasel.
Thank you.
And yeah, Puexo's the only one in the room at the moment.
Whatever.
I'll tell Sinister.
So yeah, for some reason the stage gives me problems, and it's a really simple stage, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's not complicated at all. It's just like, it's all just horizontal rooms.
Yeah, that was the first part.
Yeah, that. It's hard to get to that middle platform sometimes. Yeah.
Go on, Wyatt.
Yeah, that's a really difficult jump to make.
That was too bad, really. Sometimes it could take me forever to get back up, but that wasn't
Yeah, so these samurai just kind of, once they appear, they stand around for a couple of seconds, they teleport above you and just fall down. Kind of annoying. It's really an annoying stage to play, sadly.
yeah, like, oh, okay. But yeah, there's very little. Like, if you were to die in the stage, this is pretty bad.
Yeah, luckily the boss fight is also extremely easy and a gratuitous energy refill.
I'm just gonna make sure you hit it, because I don't want perfect. If you want to explain about the perfects.
Yeah, so there's a bonus final boss in the game. After you beat the regular final boss, you go to a true final boss, but only if you get 3 perfects throughout the run. And a perfect is just defeating a boss while you have full health.
And you can't game over.
Okay, you can't game over.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Didn't know that. I can't remember the last time I game overed, so.
We have a very important $10 from a Mr. Tim Cutler. Looks like
Hey.
looks like I better donate fast or this game will be over. Dad.
It's probably over by the time you finish writing that comment.
Alright, so if you want to explain about the shirt coming up.
Okay, so Sea Viper stage is a really cool stage of speedrun. So there's these elevators. When you enter a room, the elevators start in fixed position. And it's possible to go through the room, if you go through the room the fastest, you can catch the elevators at the optimal time. So sadly, having gotten hit there, he's going to miss the cycle on this first elevator. It's probably the hardest part of the stage to do correctly, at least.
It's probably the hardest trick in the game for me to do. It's just...
You just have to have perfect slides and switch to Hadoken and be able to shoot that first turret. Another interesting trick coming up here, if you can land it. Best of luck here. It looks very smooth. Oh, got it. Okay,
Nice.
so that was very
I
nice.
can't believe I overshot that.
It's okay. You can make all the mistakes you want now, because that was awesome.
Hey, we got one more to make us awesome.
So nice section with these instant kill beams. As long as you go fast, which isn't a problem for the Dark Man here, you won't get hit. So that was a really interesting strat by damage boosting. You were able to pass that that projectile in the air. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you here. So there's another early elevator trick coming up that the Dark Man's going to set up. Nice.
Ooh, nice.
And there you go. So by kind of damage boosting off of that one guy entering the screen and sliding through that, I guess it's a Sniper Joe, he can catch that elevator early.
Let's hope this kind of okay. Hopefully I don't need to eat So also, I do a lot of positioning when I finish with a boss because if you don't position yourself, he walks all the way to the middle. So
Right. Classic Mega Man time saver.
All right, $15 from Michael Smith. Love the marathons. Unfortunately, I work too much to catch all of it, but love what you do and love what you guys do. Keep it up.
Apologize in advance if you hear me coughing.
$100 from Nate Winning. Recently started watching speedruns and I love seeing my favorite childhood games played incredibly well. Here's a donation to one of my favorites, Super Metroid 100%.
Going into Dalsim stage, it's the notorious go left at the beginning. I don't know what they were thinking.
I love it.
But luckily the arrow in the background helps you out.
If I remember you saying that, because you said, I saw the arrow, but I wanted to go right anyway, just to see what was there.
Oh, okay.
It's either you or like use pizza.
I bet you we both did, but I definitely did that, and there's nothing there except for like, there's like an energy refill, and like, why do you even need it? And you just started the stage.
It's just, I don't know.
But yeah, this is a really fun stage to speed through. There's a lot of really cool melon strats. So if there weren't melon, this game would probably be really uninteresting to speedrun. Yeah, this section's a real pain.
Was that the boss door that you saw on that previous?
Yes.
Yes, I was.
A little bit of a tease.
I am trying to rack my brain for as many melon puns as I can come up with.
It's tough. It's tough.
I got watermelon.
We're going somewhere.
Try melonase. No, that's I can't.
Well, melon can refer to head, so somebody else come up with something. That's all I got.
That's a good melon.
Yeah, that kind of sucks because he's forced to take damage on this next room.
I will probably force myself to get the glitchy tank. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll see this glitchy tank here, you'll be like, what?
Yeah, does it appear all the time? I think like it's sometimes.
Not all the time,
Yeah.
but
there it is.
It's pretty common.
So this is the cool kid strat right here. We can call it that.
Okay, or I can not get it at all.
There it is.
nice.
Last
All right.
one.
That's clutch right there.
And I just wasted a bunch of time, but whatever. We got it.
You go. Oh yeah.
Really?
These patterns are horrible. Where's the fire? There's no fire yet. Okay. There you go. So the optic blast pierces right through that.
So I'm at like 1920.
All right, we got
Just don't get it perfect on Vega.
a whole bunch of, like Kyrie mentioned, 502 shout-outs. You want me to start running through those for you?
Sure.
Absolutely.
That's the 502.
$10, Matthew Chambers. Hey, Darkman. Repic from the 502 crew checking in. Looking good today. 1502 from Andrew Entrikin. 502 is with you, Darkman. Put this toward Coco and Crash Team Racing. Cutest character for the cutest nut. 502 from Reese Davies. Shout out to Darkman and the other 502 runners. David Behe. Shout out to the Darkman and the rest of the 502. I love all you guys and everyone helping out with this great event for a great cause.
So I'll let you resume in a second. Just a quick explanation to this boring auto-scroller stage. You just
It's an auto-scroller.
yeah, you just have to make sure you don't get touched by this guy, and that's it. The only optimization is to not get hit and not have to pick up weapon or health. That's it.
Doing what?
Yep.
502 from Steven Jazuski. Loving the melon strap. Shout out to the 502
An
crew.
E-tank, man. I love it.
And there we go for the 502 shout outs that I have right now. Okay, 502 from Daniel Heredia. This one's from Magnet Man to the 502.
Thank you, Magna Man.
All right.
Yeah, there's an E-tank there.
Yeah.
Oh. Uh-oh. I got two perfects.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, Vega.
Boss rush, I can like.
Oh, the boss rush.
I can
Okay,
inadvertently
didn't think
perfect.
about that. Yeah.
It's not good.
So yeah, if he accidentally perfects, then he's stuck fighting
The run's
the
over.
secret final boss. Yeah.
You said that because I have never faced a secret boss.
Yeah, actually, me neither. So do your best to do badly. Yeah, sadly, there's no perfect strats for this section. You are forced to slow down to get by some of these guys.
I could.
That it's still kind of a fun speed stage, at least the first section, and awesome music. So the main reason this game is so short is just the Bison stages. There's really not much to them. I mean, there's only a couple of them, and they're very short. But the whole thing about this stage is the boss fight. Notorious for just taking down new players. Vega is extremely difficult. Yeah.
We're running toward the end of the Mega Man block here. We've got 4 different prizes here that you can donate for. We have some Mega Man buttons, some Mega Man cross stitch figurines, and a Mega Man tribute poster. To get into the buttons, you need to donate $5. For the cross stitch, 10. Figurines, 10. And the tribute poster, 20.
Vega's pattern is really hard to get down, pretty difficult. An E-tankless Vega fight is like a rite of passage into into being a Mega Man god. It's incredibly hard to do.
Darkman, what's your choice for the
502 LGTP.
There it is.
Oh, what am I doing?
Oh, the complete opposite.
Well, that was silly. We're just gonna walk all the way
Like,
back.
yeah, so this demonstrates why you stand in the middle. There you go. And we're already at basically the final stage of boss refights. And so the Darkman has to make sure that he ends each boss fight with less than full health, or else that'll be the 3rd perfect and we'll be stuck fighting. Taking damage was no problem in that fight.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a rare chance it could go wrong, but...
So that was a big problem in the blind races, I remember. No one really knew about getting weapon energy, or getting health after these boss fights, but by destroying that kind of ornament in the middle after each boss fight, that reveals the health drop.
Did you know?
I didn't know.
Me either.
Maybe I was spoiled? I can't remember. Maybe I was spoiled about it.
So yeah, that was another glitch E-tank there. As you can see, that's not supposed to be one.
So Dalsim's weapon, pretty useless in the speedrun normally because it forces you to stand still. Just use it for the boss weakness. Nah, you've got this. Alright. Just making sure you took that hit there.
Yeah, no, she's definitely in it. Alright.
Alright, we got $15 from Andre Kios. Hey guys, just woke up and you're still there. We're going to be here for quite a while yet. Amazing work. EK Power wishes you all the luck in the world. $25 from Robin Rand. MSF, Dr. Borders, is truly a worthy
even
charity
shoot.
doing great things throughout the world. Much appreciation.
Don't shoot him. Oh, shit.
I forgot.
Oh,
For
man.
the
Well,
players in the great runs, Franker Z. Oh, did you just perfect?
It's clever.
so now that he's gotten 3 perfects, to avoid having to fight the true final boss, he's going to purposely game over.
And I have to do refights again with 0 E-tanks. In fact, I don't even know if I can do it actually. It's just gonna be so difficult.
Yeah, you'll have lives, you can just die, and if you have to, and try it again.
Oh, I got perfect.
Well,
Chance the glitch E-tank will return.
well, Dita, while we set up, while Darkman sets up the rest of the game here, I think you have plenty of time to go through some comments.
Yeah, go for it.
$20 from Reese Wartenby. That idiot you hate, Reese. You're shelling out $20 for the good cause for helping those who help others. I apologize for this long comment. Here's to our transforming Bart into the piano butts master. 10 for But's file name, and 10 for Piano Master. Duckfist, View and Sneak Ninja are